Hello there, Heavy Monte here. Welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show. Now, in America. Now, you know the Republicans, they ran away from Washington, hiding. You know, they were hiding in the districts so they don't have to take a boat to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. You see what I'm saying, America? Well, anyway, they're going around, some of them having town halls, and Megan Mike Johnson, the leader of the Republican Party, Speaker of the House, he told them, he said, do not make a rookie mistake and go out and have a town hall when you go back out to your districts. But some of them tried it. Mark Alford, he's a Republican congressman. Well, today, he was asked these questions, He was asked, why is he standing up with a dictator, from his own people? His own people want to know how come the Republican Party is trying to sell them a load of crap, And how come they're giving the money to the billionaires? You know what I'm saying? Mark Alford tried to answer the questions, One specific question in America, he was talking about the SNAP benefits that feed the poor people. And the poor people, most of the poor people are white, and most of the poor people are in Missouri, He told the people, Americans couldn't believe it. People who may have been in the audience who might have been starving at the time might not know how to feed their children when their SNAP benefits run out. America, because these are some poor people there, they say, in Missouri. But America, he said that, SNAP has become something that the people are depending on. No damn figure. He said that the SNAP benefits is a way of life for people, and it needs to be stopped. So if a couple of them die and starve to death, tough shit. That's how Republicans think America. So somebody say it. So you rather give the money to the billionaires and let the people starve? I saw the look on his face, America. He looked like he was a man that knew that he was a lying, low-down Republican dog. And he just was there to try to cover up for a criminal president, a criminal Republican Party. But America, we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to vote the Republicans out. And I say to America, don't be afraid of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a puppet. He's a puppet, America, for a Republican Party. And now I want to talk to everybody about something I talked to everybody about yesterday. Remember that the people that you're voting for in your home state, they are your enemy. I'm talking about the Republicans. They are surrogates of Donald Trump, America. They are working for Donald Trump. Do you understand me? And they have a bunch of money. The billionaires along with the government, state-run media, Fox News. Fox News is government state-sponsored TV news, America. There's no difference between Donald Trump and Fox News. Matter of fact, 30 people, 30 people who formerly worked for Fox News, they say now work for Donald Trump, including the Secretary of Defense, America. You see what I'm saying? He has put these people in some important positions because no honorable person would ever work for a maggot like Donald Trump. So America. So I want to go on and keep on going on this a little bit, America. So we have this criminal organization that Donald Trump has put together. This criminal organization that is saying to the American people, you can starve to death. They're saying to the American people that they're giving the money to the billionaires and not giving the American people any money. They're saying to the American people that the American people must pay taxes. But when your forest catch a fire, the government is nowhere around. So America, Donald Trump is also sending soldiers, sending soldiers into cities. He's trying any and everything to take our mind off the fact that he most likely is a freaking pedophile. You see it, America? He got himself in another trap. He couldn't just go and be president, He had to come back and say he's trying to attack everybody, okay? Using our money to go after our citizens with made up stuff, But we need to keep a record of this because we need to send all you Republicans straight to jail, including Fox News, for abusing your dog on oath, for being a criminal. When Donald Trump is not president anymore, he can't pardon you. You understand? Now, before I go, again, I want everybody to register as a Democrat. Get out of that Republican Party. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte Podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show. Telling everybody right now, the Republican Party has nothing to offer you, The old game plan don't work anymore, Lying on people. Lying on the Hispanics. Yes, Lying on the Hispanics. Lying on gay people. Lying on black people. Lying on transgender people. Just lying. And it does not put any money in our pocket. It does not save our country economically. These things that the Republican Party preach is no good. I will say one for you right now. This is how the Republican Party thinks. The Republican Party, see, white people in this country, who living today, who hadn't had a damn thing to do with slavery because none of them were born. And black people today, you understand? Some black slaves might still be alive today. You see what I'm saying? Might be some people still alive that's been in slavery. I know I was raised up in Jim Crow. I remember not being able to use the white bathroom when I was a boy. I remember that I couldn't try on clothes in a department store, and I remember that my family wouldn't ever leave me alone with a white person when I was a little boy when Jim Crow was in power. Things changed a little later when I grew up, But I do remember Jim Crow, But I want to say one thing to you, America. Through all of that, in the old song, Frank Sinatra said, that's life. That's life where we teach the history of what happened to black people in America. We don't be going out, our government and white people in America saying, well, those people used to be slaves, they're shiftless and they're no good. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Those people are bad people. Ain't a damn thing bad about black people, And black people are getting better and better and better economically, and black people will continue to get better, You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Nothing the government can do to stop black people. Nothing the government can do to stop Hispanic people from improving their lives in America with all this bullshit that Trump trying to preach, making us separating us, Nothing he gonna be able to do to stop white liberals from loving people. He can call them woke. He can call them anything they want to do. Nothing he can do about that. Those people who are miserable and are sick and who are a minority and trying to get you to go to the MAGA church, you understand? They're gonna lose power, and they can sit back in the corner and look at us having fun, Like I said, where they're having 10, 15 these MAGA women, babies, you know what I'm saying? Not getting the proper health care. They can choose. They don't have to they can get health care, They can also choose not to use anything that the government have. You know what I'm saying? They can choose to do that. That's what I keep saying, that we need to figure out a way, especially on these government programs, to have these people opt out. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, here it is, you real poor. You don't have any money, but your government comes in and feeds your children. And then you go in a booth and vote for a slimy dog like Donald Trump in the Republican Party. You got Medicare. And Medicare, you depend on the government for Social Security and all these other things. You have a federal job. You're in the military. And you go out and you vote for a dictatorship and give up all your freedom to a pig like Donald Trump. Does that make sense? Why would you, even you maggots, are you that hate-ridden and your morals are that damn low that you can't stand to see a black man survive in a country, or a Hispanic or a gay person, love one another and do the things they want to do and be free? You can't stand that. You're preaching that garbage, your filthy religion and that filthy church to people. You know what I'm saying? Telling people you want them to come over to your church when your leaders, are molesting our children. Huh? You see what I'm saying? The people in your party are pedophiles, And you're talking about the Democratic Party. The reason why you're talking about the Democratic Party is because you can't tell nobody any damn good thing that you're doing. Go to, That's really damn problems. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to a Republican. The only thing he's gonna tell you, he'll be crying, 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 telling you Joe Biden ain't no good, black people ain't no good. The big cities, all the big cities, are the crime. They're the blue cities, which is a lie. Everybody know most of the top crime cities in America of crime and murder rate are in these red states. Everybody knows that these dang on red states don't pay a bunch of dang on money into the federal government. They take it more than they take. You know what I'm saying? The federal government pay them. You know what I'm saying? They take money out of California. They don't know shit about California. They don't know how important California is to this country, especially the California economy. You take the California economy out of America, we'll be in a lot of damn trouble. But that's what they're being taught by the government. They're being brainwashed by the government. Fox News is the government. There is no separation, America. They are not the press. You see what I'm saying? They're like, all the news bulletins that they put out, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff is designed to brainwash your stupid ass if you believe it. They said Laura Ingraham, her father used to be a freaking Nazi. Look at Jesse Watters. Look at Gutfield. Look at those freaking clowns. You mean to tell me you believe that shit? Sean Hannity? You can look at Sean Hannity and see Sean Hannity ain't rap too tight. You see what I'm saying? I follow Sean Hannity. From the time he became a broadcaster, I watched him. You understand? He did a fantastic job bullshitting people because he had a role model, Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, those guys were good at it. They created a liberal, and the Democratic Party didn't understand what they were doing. The Democratic Party was sitting back going, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? A liberal is a bad guy, a liberal is this, a liberal is dirty, a liberal is the worst thing in the world. No, they are the worst thing in the world. That's why I call them low down dirty dogs, You see what I'm saying? Because I know who I am, I know what the Democratic Party is, and I know what the Republican Party is. Low down dirty dog, pedophile protectors, You see what I'm trying to tell you? Anti-patriotic, Nazi sympathizers, Did I tell you that? Racist, did I tell you that? Misogynist, did I tell you that? White supremacists, did I tell you that? Nothing good in the Republican Party, Yeah, they gotta give up every moral high ground, They can't call themselves, the party of law and order. People laugh at their ass when they say that shit when they lead us to convict, Healthcare, they don't even talk about that shit, All they talk about, I'm taking this away from you, I'm not giving you nothing, I'm giving all your money to the billionaires and you shut the hell up, And we're trying to fix it right now. We ain't never got to vote again, You see what I'm trying to tell you? You make too much damn money right now. You're worthless, America. That's what he's saying to America. All right, this is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show, telling you if somebody is coming to you and telling you that they're going to give you more seats, so the Republican Party and Donald Trump can keep on torturing, because that's what they're doing, torturing the American people, you tell them no. I am not voting for another Republican. Never, ever vote for a Republican. And please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel.